So I am down by the water again, and I am capturing a freighter for you guys. It's a beautiful day out today, and I had started another video, and then this group of people had congregated to watch said freighter, and I didn't want to get them in the video. So I am just sitting down here by the water enjoying the day. Got something to eat. Thought I would start talking about something that I have been wanting to discuss, and I know I've brought it up a little bit in the past, and that is the importance of using logical thinking versus emotional thinking, specifically when talking about the rapture. More importantly, when studying about the rapture. I have, from my own perspective, talked about this a little bit, where in doing the research that I have done, especially in the amounts that I have done and the topics that I have chosen to talk about, it is absolutely necessary to remove emotional thinking from the equation and look at it from a logical, factual perspective. And we see the absence of that in large part on these forums that discuss the rapture. There are so many feelings about this that are demonstrated in these posts time after time, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. People are talking about what they want and how they feel and how they just don't want to be here anymore. And this is all tied to feelings, which are tied to emotions. And that honestly serves absolutely no purpose when you are trying to get to a bottom line, when you are trying to get to the facts of a situation. The most beneficial thing you can ever do for yourself is remove the emotion completely from the situation and just look at the facts from a logical perspective. What does the Bible say is the truth? Let's get to the truth. And then if you want to feel one way or the other about it afterward, feel one way or the other about it afterward. But we don't help ourselves when we start from emotions, because then we are searching for information and glom onto information that supports what we want to hear because we want to feel good about certain things. This is not a feel-good thing. This is a factual event. If we want to know when it's going to happen, then we need to look at the facts. And one of the most recent posts that I saw about this was titled something to the effect of it being difficult to carry on with ordinary life because of the looming rapture. Well, that suggests that it can happen at any time, and that the any time it's going to happen is in the very, very near term. And neither of those things is true. And that is the result of being steeped in emotional thinking. Paul actually wrote an epistle titled 2 Thessalonians to a group of people who, not speaking about the rapture specifically, but about the second coming, who thought they were in line for it, like it was right around the corner, about to happen. Very similarly to what people feel about the rapture, that it's right around the corner, about to happen anytime. And they've essentially given up life. They don't make plans, they don't live, they don't do anything but sit there and wait for this impending day, believing that it's like going to happen tomorrow or thereabouts. Post after post, day after day, trying to reason it into being now. Almost like we're offering God suggestions that he might take us up on because it sounds good, like he doesn't have a plan in place, like there isn't a definitive day already assigned to this, which there is. And this is the logic versus the emotion. It's not helpful to anyone. Honestly, it enables a vicious cycle where everybody stays rooted in their feelings and their emotional thinking. and doesn't help anyone get closer to any answers, because that would require them to step away from what they want and look at the facts of the situation, which might tell them something other than what they want. Do you go to the store and grocery shop when you're hungry? Or do you eat first so that you don't pick everything that looks good off the shelves and go home and wonder what the heck you were thinking when you went shopping because you got a whole bunch of stuff you weren't planning on getting? That's the result of emotional thinking rather than logical thinking. When you're not in an emotional state, in that case hunger, you aren't going to react based upon that emotional state and do a bunch of things that aren't productive and or helpful or useful. When you are emotional during an argument, do you step away from the argument and wait till cooler heads prevail, or do you spout off and say a whole bunch of things that you have no business saying to make it necessary for you to have to go apologize later? These are the same things that we really should take the time to think about when we are talking about the rapture conversation. Do we investigate this? Do we talk about this when we are in an emotional state, or do we wait until we're ready to deal with cool, hard logic and facts? Because I have to tell you, I don't observe that. And we know, at least at a subconscious level, that acting from emotion is not a positive thing. And I just gave 2 short examples, and they might be a little bit funny, but you also realize that they have merit. And so I would challenge you guys to use the same thinking when applying it to other conversations that induce emotion, one of which is the rapture of the church. Wait till you can not think about it from an emotional perspective, until you aren't searching for only that which validates what you want to produce a specific feeling. Study it, research it, fact find when you can do so logically, and you don't have an opinion or a care one way or the other what you find, when you only want to find the truth. So if you guys have any other questions, comments, or feedback, let me know. But just my thoughts for the day. Take care.